Hello everybody, welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel where it is time for match week 37 of the 2020-21 Premier League season, the penultimate game week of the season, and it's going to be a very interesting one. This game week we have fans coming back to the a lot of clubs and big news for them as well. So obviously every 20 clubs will have fans in their games as well, either this week or next or the weekend as well. So let's have a quick look at how everyone did in match week 36. I had a very good week actually. I got 9 points, including 2 perfect scores. That was Brighton to draw 1-1 with West Ham, and I'm feeling quite good about this one. I predicted Sheffield United to go to Goodison Park and win 1-0 against Everton. Funnily enough, I was the only one in this week that actually predicted a 1-0 win to Sheffield United. So, very, very happy about that. Top scorer in the comments was Screenboy8, and Screenboy8 got 9 points as well. So, myself and Screenboy, pat on the back. But we move into match week 37. Some big games here. Obviously, Chelsea playing Leicester City again. So, big game for top 4. Burnley, Liverpool as well. So, lots of games to preview and predict as well. So, we move on to match week 37. Starting off with Manchester United against Fulham. Now, fans are back at Old Trafford. So, big game for sure. Manchester United, Fulham, last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 4 wins to United and 1 draw. The last result was a 4-1 win to Manchester United. Well, what I will say is that Manchester United haven't even had a game. Their last game was a 4-2 defeat to Liverpool. Let me just say that game, they were very, very poor. And it kind of shows that, this media thing about Dean Henderson, David De Gea is a better goalkeeper. I'm sorry. He is. David De Gea is always going to be the better goalkeeper. So, all he's got a decision to make who he's going to play in the cup final. I think he will stick with De Gea. But does Dean Henderson still get the nod ahead of this game against Fulham? We shall see. Fulham, to be fair, the main thing that I know they lost 3-1 against Southampton, but the one thing you can say about them, I thought they were really, really good. The way that that they did play against Southampton, very unlucky as well to lose 3-1. Big news is that Carvalho, I think that's his name, scored as well. That's his first goal for Fulham. So another young prodigy coming through the Fulham ranks, it seems to be said. So that's very, very good news as well. But with fans back at Old Trafford, I fully expect Manchester United to win this one. I think they will win this pretty comfortably. I don't think they're going to rest players anyway. They could afford to do that against Wolves, and then even then I could still see them beating Wolves. But for this game, I'm going Manchester United 3, Fulham 0. I think Man United will beat Fulham by 3-0. Southampton against Leeds United. 2 sides on the back of very good wins in the last game week. 2 wins to Southampton, 2 draws and 1 win to Leeds. The last one was a 2-1 win to Southampton. Southampton, I have to say, they were very good. Che Adams getting a couple of goals as well. Danny Ings as well. Good to see Minamino play, has to be said. I thought, and Tella got the goal for Southampton as well. So I've been very, very impressed with Southampton recently. I think they have answered a few critics. I think everyone probably, expected them to struggle and potentially, go down. But I have been very impressed with Southampton. But I have been more impressed with Leeds United. What a result that was. 4-0 win away against Burnley. Absolutely fantastic performance. And look, Leeds United have really, really impressed everybody this season. And, that's the one thing you can say is that they are a very, very good team. Bielsa's done a fabulous job. He really, really has. Can Leeds get top 10? I think that would just crown a very, very impressive season. They are sitting 10th right now. So, it is on. It is on for sure. But they have a very poor record at St Mary's. And I think Southampton will win this one. I'm going to go for Southampton 2, Leeds United 1. I think Southampton will win this game for sure. So we shall see what happens. Brighton against Manchester City now. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League, 5 wins to the Citizens. And the last result was a 5-0 win to Manchester City. But fair play to Brighton. They are giving teams very, very difficult games to play against, especially against West Ham. Really, really interesting game, that one, because Danny Welbeck getting a very, very good goal again. Look, Welbeck has had a good season. There's no denying that. If he stays fit, I think Brighton have got a good goal scorer there. Yes, they were missing Mopé, but Mopé will be back for this game. But it is against the champions, Manchester City, who, let's be honest, were involved in an absolute classic of a game between Newcastle United and Manchester City. Who expected 4-3 in that game? I don't think anyone expected a 4-3 victory as well. Scott Carson making his Premier League debut for Manchester City for the first time in 10 years. He made a Premier League appearance as well. To be fair, he saved a penalty as well. Saved a penalty from Joe Willock. Unfortunately, Joe Willock managed to get the rebound in. But yeah, well, good on you, Scott Carson. And big fact, I know this is obviously before the Champions League final. Scott Carson was the only player in the Manchester City side to have a Champions League winners medal. So you will always remember that. You'll always remember that stat. You will always remember that stat for sure. But for this game, I really cannot see anything other than a City win. I think City will win this one pretty comfortably. I'm going Brighton 0, Manchester City 3. The champions getting a very good win as well. And now we have the Premier League clash of the week. It has to be said, it is Chelsea against Leicester City. Congratulations to Leicester City. I will get into them very, very quickly. But the last 5 meetings in the Premier League, 3 draws and 2 wins to Leicester. Makes it for very interesting reading, doesn't it? 1-1 draw the last time the two sides met. Well, look, Chelsea just didn't turn up in the final. They just did not turn up in that cup final. Yes, you can say, VAR. Look, those offside decisions, they've been happening all season. So, Chilwell's unlucky. He is unlucky, but, letter of the law, he is offside, unfortunately. But take nothing away from Leicester City, who, if you ever wanted to see the way a club is run by an owner who is loved by the club, who is loved by the players, just look at the celebrations yesterday. The owner, hugged Brendan Rodgers. They got the players to give him the cup to lift, and a wonderful wee moment from the the Leicester City owner to point to his father Vichai, who started this at Leicester. So major congratulations to Leicester City, and what a goal to win the game as well. Yuri Tielemans, absolute thunderbolt into the top corner. Kepa no chance as well. And I thought Leicester City deserved it. I thought they were very, very impressive for sure. Very impressive defensively as well. Wesley Fofana was an absolute rock solid at the back as well. So this is a huge game. This is a massive game, because third place Leicester City go to fourth place Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Now, Liverpool are waiting in the wings to take advantage of any result. So, this is a big game. I think you'd have to say Chelsea have to win this game, because if they don't, Liverpool could go above them with a victory at Burnley. So, I think Leicester City will win this game and all but guarantee Champions League football for next season. I am going to go for them to go to Stamford Bridge and get a 1-0 win against Chelsea. I think it will be that result. I'm going 1-0 to Leicester City. Leicester City have got a good record against Chelsea, and I can't remember the last time they did the double over them, so that could be another interesting fact. But I'm going 1-0 to Leicester City in this one. And now we have Everton against Wolves. Now, fans are back at Goodison. I think this is probably a good thing, because Everton's home form has been ridiculously bad. Last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 2 wins to Everton, 2 wins to Wolves, and 1 draw. The last result was a 3-2 win to Everton. Everton were absolutely awful against Sheffield United. Now, this is a side who is not playing for anything, has already been relegated, are going to finish bottom, but yeah, Sheffield United absolutely deserved the victory against Everton. There's no denying that. I know obviously James Dunlop is a very big Everton fan. He'll probably tell me that Everton were very, very poor. Has to be said, but they just want the season over. How disappointing to be, to being like top and then chasing top four and then chasing Europe to all but be out of contention is quite stunning actually. As well, Wolves, well, they just want the season to be over, don't they? 2-0 defeat to Tottenham. Not a good result, I'm afraid. Not a good result. So, this is a very tricky one to decide because, obviously Wolves will have fans at Molineux against Manchester United on the final day of the season. Everton are away at Manchester City. I'm just going to go with form guide. I'm going to go for Wolves to go to Goodison Park and win. I just think Everton's home form has been their Achilles heel this season, and they'll be glad to see the back of Goodison for at least next season, for sure. So I'm going Everton 0, Wolves 1 in this one. I think they will do that. Newcastle United against Sheffield United now. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League. 3 wins to Newcastle and 2 wins to Sheffield. The last result was a 3-0 win to Newcastle. Well, I have to say, Newcastle United, whatever you say about Steve Bruce and whatever you say about Newcastle, I thought they played very well against Manchester City. An absolutely crazy game of football. It was indeed. Emil Kraft getting the opener for Newcastle. Joe Linton from the penalty spot. What a penalty that was as well. Top corner. Scott Carson is not saving that one. Joe Willock had his penalty saved by Scott Carson, but then managed to get the rebound in as well. And to be honest, Newcastle, they weren't expected to win that game. So full credit goes to them for giving it a go against a Manchester City side who had already, been crowned champions, etc. So I was very, very impressed with how Newcastle played in that game. Sheffield United, hats off to them. They're obviously going to finish bottom of the Premier League, but what a result. An absolutely fantastic result at Goodison Park, and they absolutely dominated the game against Everton. Everton were just gutless, spineless, pathetic, really, really poor. But you have to say Sheffield United, Jebbison, is it Daniel Jebbison? 17-year-old making his debut. He gets the winning goal. So what a moment for him. And another one to come out of the youth of Sheffield United. So really, really impressive for sure. But yeah, there's been obviously news about potentially Slavica Jokanovic possibly going into Sheffield United and potentially going in there as manager, but we will see what happens with that one for sure. So I am going to go for a Newcastle win. I'm going to go for them to end the season on a high at St James's Park. I'm going Newcastle United 2, Sheffield United 0. I think they will be too strong for Sheffield United. And then we have Tottenham against Aston Villa. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League, 5 wins to Tottenham. And the last one was a 3-1 win to Tottenham. Well, the Golden Boot race is between Harry Kane and Mohamed Salah. And Harry Kane scored, as did Salah. So they're both tied with 22 Premier League goals. It's going to be a really, really interesting last couple of games for sure. But Tottenham were very, very good against Wolves. Obviously, Harry Kane and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Look, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg has been a very good signing for Spurs, you'd have to say. They have been very, very good. It's a shame that, top 4 is over for them. They have a slight chance, but they do need Liverpool, they need Chelsea, and they need Leicester to lose their last 2 games. So, yeah, it ain't happening this season for Tottenham. But Ryan Mason, to be fair, he's done a good job. He has done a very good job. Aston Villa, well, I was very, very disappointed with them. I was really, really shocked that they managed to lose to Crystal Palace. John McGinn getting the opener, Christian Benteke getting the equaliser, and then they went ahead again. I think it was El Ghazi. That scored. And then Crystal Palace got 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes, and that was a 3-2 win to Palace. So, disappointing for Aston Villa. But wherever they finish this season is success, I would say. Because Aston Villa last season just survived. They're going to be top 10 or maybe top 11 potentially. So I'm going to go for Spurs to win this one. I think Spurs will be too strong for Aston Villa. Tottenham 2, Aston Villa 1. And now we have Crystal Palace against Arsenal. Now, very interesting reading in this one. 1 win to Palace and 4 draws in the last 5 meetings. The last result was a 1-1 draw between the sides. Well, Crystal Palace, I've just said, have won 3-2 against Aston Villa. Great win. And obviously they will have fans at Selhurst Park as well. Could this be Roy Hodgson's last hurrah at Selhurst Park? I think it could be. I think he's going to go anyway. I think this decision has been decided all season long, to be honest. So I'd have to say that for sure. Arsenal, well, they haven't had a game. They haven't had a game this week. So, but the big news for them, David Luiz is leaving, as could be Willian as well. So that's two. Well, Willian, let's be honest, has not been a good signing. I will say that now. David Luiz has impressed at times, but yeah, I think it's probably good for both parties that he leaves as well. But yeah, I'm going to go for Crystal Palace in this one. I don't usually go for them, against Arsenal, but I just have a feeling the Palace will win this one, and I'm going to go for them to get a clean sheet in this one. Crystal Palace 2, Arsenal 0. I am going to go for a 2-0 win to Crystal Palace. And a massive game at Turf Moor as Burnley take on Liverpool. Obviously, we all know that Burnley beat Liverpool at Anfield earlier in the season. It is going to be a very interesting encounter, this one. 3 wins to Liverpool, 1 win to Burnley and 1 draw. The last 5 meetings, the last 3-0 win to Liverpool in this one. Burnley, well, I did not see a 4-0 defeat coming against Leeds United. Let me just spit it that way. But that will give Liverpool a lot of confidence going into this one because, Burnley, it was a disappointing result. It was a very disappointing result. I didn't expect them to lose by 4-0. But look, Sean Dyche has done a fantastic job this season. Sean Dyche is a fantastic manager. So Burnley might have a bit of trouble keeping a hold on to him, I think, this summer. We shall see what happens. But, I do worry if Sean Dyche does leave Burnley. I do worry about Sean Dyche if he leaves Burnley. Liverpool, well, who would have called that? Alisson Becker scoring the winner for Liverpool against West Brom. Now, what I will say, it was a very poor performance from Liverpool. It was a very, very poor performance. I did not think it was a great performance. Howard Upson Kanu getting the opener. Mohamed Salah, again, fantastic strike. And then Liverpool just kept banging on the door. There was always a goal coming, but not in the way you would have envisaged. And Alisson Becker goes up for the corner. Great corner from, I think it was Andy Robertson or Trent Alexander-Arnold. And, he gets the head on it, and it was a great header. Sam Johnson, no chance. So a very, very good win for the Reds. And it keeps the top 4 hopes very, very much alive as well. So because Burnley lost 4-0 to Leeds, I have a feeling that Liverpool will go to Burnley, and I think Liverpool will just scrape another win. I'm going Burnley 1, Liverpool 2. I think Liverpool will win this one by 2-1. And the final game to preview and predict is West Brom against West Ham. The last 5 meetings in the Premier League have resulted in 2 wins to West Ham, 2 draws and 1 win to West Brom. The last result was a 0-0 draw between the sides. West Brom consider themselves a bit unlucky to lose to Liverpool. Probably deserved the draw, in all honesty. I know Liverpool were the better team, but they kept batting down the hatches, and they managed to get the win in the end. But West Brom, to be fair, they played well. Howard Upson Kanu, his first start since 2017, gets a goal for West Brom. Very, very good finish it was as well. West Brom are relegated, but you have to say that they'll go into this game against West Ham, and they are tricky to beat. Sam Allardyce's teams are very, very tricky to beat, obviously. West Ham, well, it's a shame really, because the way that they've been playing and the way that they have been playing, it's disappointing to see that they're going to drop out of the European places. But this game, I can see them winning. I can see them winning against West Brom. So I'm going to go for West Brom 1, West Ham 2. So we will see what happens in that one. So that is it. That is Matchweek 37 done and dusted. As I've said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Screenboy8 and myself, you will get a shout out in the next video. So I'll go through my predictions very, very quickly as well. Manchester United 3, Fulham 0. Southampton 2, Leeds United 1. Brighton 0, Manchester City 3. Chelsea 0, Leicester City 1. Everton 0, Wolves 1. Newcastle United 2, Sheffield United 0. Tottenham 2, Aston Villa 1. Crystal Palace 2, Arsenal 0. Burnley 1, Liverpool 2. And West Brom 1, West Ham 2. So that is it. That is Matchweek 37 done and dusted. As I have said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below and we will see what happens. A huge week ahead for, well, many teams. It's just about the European places. Relegation is sewn up. The champions are sewn up as well. So still lots to play for, especially for the battle for European places as well. So these games are going to be very, very interesting. And big warm welcome back to the fans. As we say, football without the fans is absolutely nothing. And this has obviously been, proven with the, people getting the European Super League disbanded as well. So we will see what happens as well. But until then, it's goodbye from me. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. And we will see what happens in these games. And enjoy your Matchweek 37 midweek. And I will be back on Thursday with Matchweek 38. The final matchweek of the season. Going to be good. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now. Enjoy Matchweek 37. Cheers. Bye.